check this out, make sure we're going. Yay, okay. Looks like we're going. Okay, just gonna share it on my website. Let's see. Share now. And share to my page. Okay. Link. All right. So I figured we'd go back and finish off this zombie guy. What do you guys think? Okay, let's open up the restreams. Hey, what's going on, guys? Hey, what's up, Marty? Okay. So this is kind of where we left off 2 streams ago. So can you guys hear me okay? Is this working? Hopefully it's lined up and not weird. Okay. So I really like this guy and I want to finish him off. Thanks, Neil. Yep, and this is a concept by my friend Adam Munoa. He's also a fellow Utahn from Utah here. So yeah, I just kind of wanted to get this done. All right. Yeah, welcome everybody. So I still got a lot to do on this guy. The jacket, spikes, the Dead Kennedys sticker or button, and all of the piercings and stuff like that, and the hair, of course. But I don't know if I'm going to be doing the hair inside of ZBrush, but we'll see. I might experiment with it just to see, when we get there. Okay. So, I want to put these like this deteriorating skin. Hey, Fowd, thank you so much. All right, I can take these headphones off. All right. I got a new microphone. You can see this new microphone. Woo. Restream bot, you only have to post on one now? Oh, cool. Very cool. I gotta ask the Pixelogic peeps about that. Okay, I'm gonna turn off symmetry and I'm just gonna finish up these kind of deteriorating skin areas. And I showed how I did this one last time. I'll do the rest the same way. So Neil, do you just have to post inside of Twitch, or how exactly does that work? Okay, I need to turn on live boolean, and I think I'm going to drag it in with the snake hook brush just so it'll actually create some geometry as I drag it in. Oh, let me turn off. There we go. Spotlight projection here. So how is your Monday, everyone? Hey, what's up, Joanna? Okay. So it's kind of making new geometry, sort of, kind of. Okay. Now this is my new studio. I have a big, huge window right here, and the glare from it's kind of shining on my screen a little bit, so it makes it a little hard to see. Oh, sweet, Neil. So that's cool. So the bot will just do it for you. How cool is that? Okay, so I need to turn this Z intensity down a bit. And let's pinch this. And there's a guy here installing blinds, so we could have a little bit of noise in the background. We'll see. He's upstairs though, so hopefully not too much noise. I want to keep the edge kind of not perfect, so I like that it's kind of chunky. What's up, Cyber Chris? How's it going? I want to have, okay. Just want to have Twitch open over here, so I never know how many people are watching me on Twitch because I watch the chat on Restream and it shows me, here I'll show you guys what it looks like. So this is Restream chat and it just shows me that 3 out of 3 are live and overall 120 people are watching, but on Twitch there's only 25. So it's interesting to see where people are watching me from, you know? So, and thanks everybody for hanging out today. I really appreciate it. Start of your week, get some sculpting in. Doesn't seem to be, okay. I turned on Live Boolean instead of Sculptress Pro. No wonder it's not working. See how much cleaner? Oh my goodness. Live Boolean's not going to do anything for us. That's pretty dense. Hey, what's going on? Yeah, I'm gonna experiment with some FiberMesh inside of ZBrush, just with the hair, just to see if we can get it to look decent. But we'll see. And I am gonna make this look like bone instead of like rotted skin. Hopefully, about to finish up this bust for the mini course. Awesome. I'm actually going to be recording the mini course again soon with some new workflows and some new ideas and things like that. So yeah, Karuga, it is. It's almost there. It's just about, I'm almost back to where I was before. Oh, better emojis, huh? Very cool. What hair tools do you groom with? Honestly, I don't really do a lot of FiberMesh inside of ZBrush. So, but when I do, it's usually the lengthen groom. So it's, let's see, it's one called lengthen. I'm trying to remember where it is. Maybe groom hair long. Just, and then I'll use like smooth and then move. Just the smooth and move brush and maybe some snake hook brush, just like I'm moving it around. And then the groom hair long will actually make it so I can actually make it longer. So I can pull it and push it so it doesn't stick. So yeah. Okay. I'm trying to remember where the, let's see, the Sculptress Pro stuff. Man, I don't use this for a week and I forget where it is. Okay, let's see. Testimate, not testimate. Maybe you guys can help me remember where the Sculptress Pro is. I swear it was under geometry. Maybe it was under. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to set the density at a regular. So it's not based on the brush. So it's based on the. Is it under stroke? Sculptress Pro. Thank you, Mortar. Okay. Adaptive size. There we go. That's the one. I need to put this out on my user interface. That's where what I need to do. Okay. And this, the subdivide size. So let's check it out. Thanks, Mortar. And how you doing, man? Okay, so let's change that. I'm going to put it on my user interface right now, as a matter of fact. So preferences, config. I'll show you guys how to do this. You can just hit enable customize, and you'll see it kind of drop this down a little bit. Then I'm going to go to stroke, and I don't think they're doing anything for the interface for 2020. Maybe they are. I don't know. We'll see. Never say never, right? So combine, I'm dragging this over. Not combined. Adaptive size. That's what I want. Then I want to bring the subdivide size over. Pop it right there. Okay. Now I can just do preferences, store config, boom, and turn off enable customize. Now we have it right here. I'm gonna turn this down just a little bit. Okay, it's getting smaller. A little more. That's about right. 0.2. Let's type an even number in there. Whoop. Yeah, that's nice. Okay. It's good. Hey, what's up, Caitlin? It's wonderful. Thank you for asking. I have an extraordinary view that I'm completely and utterly I will never get sick of it. So, and I don't know. I just lucked out and happened to get this lot to build the house on here. Let me see if I can. Let me add my webcam to my OBS and I'll show you. If you want to see it. Let's see. Video capture device, webcam. Okay, hi. This is my webcam, so I'm gonna grab it. Gonna blow out for a minute. Show you out the window. So that's kind of out my back door, my back window. You can see the mountains in the background. There are some wires going across. Probably why I got a good deal. I still have to finish my yard. So anyway, and here's my, this is my, okay, blowout. This is my shelf. You can't see on the top of my shelf in my regular camera, but you can see all the Disney Infinity figures. I have a few, and I have some old Star Wars toys from the 70s. Anyway, all right, let's put this back. Okay. Hey. Let me turn this off. Oop. Okay. Yeah, that's kind of my studio setup right now. I'm going to put some bookshelves in the back, so I have a whole bunch of art books and things like that I'll be putting on the other side of my office. And yeah. Oh, now that I have you here, I was just looking into inverted hull techniques for making outlines. Do you know if it's okay to use it, or is it expensive for game engines? Ikaruga, it essentially doubles your poly count. So it's like driving two characters at once. And if you all don't know what Ikaruga's talking about, what he's talking about is if you're going to do a toon shade inside of a game engine. And a technique that you can do for it is essentially duplicate your entire character. When you're all done with it, duplicate it. And then you will move your faces along the normals. So it gives you, and you want to push them out as far as the thickness of the line that you want. That's how you'll push out the faces. And then you'll invert the normals so they're facing inwards towards the character. And then you'll fill the entire character with different color, like black if you want a black outline on your character. Or you could take your textures that are already on there and just darken them so it will still retain the color of the character around the outline of the texture that's there. That's kind of fun to do. But yeah, you're essentially duplicating the character and driving two characters with one rig. So yeah, it's going to duplicate and double the poly count. And that's fine. That's fine, especially if your engine can handle it. So I worked on, it was called Calling All Cars at Incognito. That's the company that did Twisted Metal. And they made a mobile game, and it's just a small kind of a cops versus robbers game. And it was all toon shaded like that. So the textures were flat and the outlines were flipped, just like that. So that's kind of how you do it. Okay. Hey Josh, I've been going for about 16 minutes now, so good timing. Okay. I'm gonna turn RGB off my smooth. See, now I can run my smooth brush around here, and it's going to change the face count to what I want. Yeah. Yeah, Josh. So I didn't work on any of the Twisted Metal games directly, but I started working on an animation of Sweet Tooth. He was kind of getting shocked in a chair. I worked as an animator at Incognito, so and a rigger. So I animated a bunch of the soldiers for Warhawk, and I rigged most of the vehicles in that game, like the planes and the military vehicles. And yeah, that was a lot of fun. Am I excited about any of the features of 2020? If so, which ones? Yes, I'm very, very excited. I'm excited for the color changer. I've been wanting that for a long time because up until now, if you wanted to change color on a character, on a texture of the Polypaint, you would have to repaint it. Or you would have to bake your textures and then adjust the textures in Photoshop. But now with the new color adjuster, you can just adjust the Polypaint on the character without taking it anywhere, without creating UVs, without baking maps. Very, very cool. Can't wait for that. And I also, I don't know if you saw this or not, but oh, and I'm also really excited about the color changer. So how you can actually use my model, my Kate model, to demo it. The girl with the orange and white suit, and they changed her orange suit to be like flowers. So essentially you can select a flat colored area and then remap it with something else without needing UVs or anything like that. So super cool. And then of course, the Zizu stuff is close to my heart because I made 100 maquettes or mannequins for that. So that was all me. Yeah. So it was difficult to come up with 100. But it was fun. It was a lot of fun. I just I put on my son is a big fan of My Hero Academia, and he kind of got me hooked on it. So I just kind of turned that on and cranked through some mannequins. Okay, I'm going to turn this subdiv size up to 0.1 just to get these the corners in here to pinch. Also, you can turn Sculptris Pro off and get a better pinch. That's kind of a little trick. You didn't know that. Because when you have Sculptris Pro on, it's going to generate new geometry. But if you have it turned off, it's actually just going to pinch it, right? So, and then you can come back in here and soften it up so it's not so hard edged. Hey, what's up, Angry? How's it going, man? Waiting for the 2020 version before I start coloring my character because of the new Polypaint tools. That's not a bad idea, honestly. Okay, so I'm gonna grab this color. Yeah, no one lives forever. So my Kate model, you guys, if you all want to see it, and this is the model that I use in my 3D character workshop that I walk my students through, so they learn how to build a character. Let's see, Kate for print, Kate decimated, neutral pose. I think it's this. No, is it this one? That's the game final. I have too many. I'll open this one. I have too many. Israel, yes, I do, and it's not quite ready yet. But my good friend Mike Walling, he's worked for DreamWorks and Bungie and all sorts of places. This is just a T-pose of her. But he's building one just like mine, and we're working together, and he's going to release it very, very soon. It's not quite done yet. Let's see. Ready for print, ready for print. This one's only 3 megs or 4, so I think that's just the game. T-pose, pose 5. Maybe this one. Okay. So this is the print one. So she's not colored in this one. This because I 3D printed her. She's actually right here. I'll show you. I can actually switch to my webcam now and show you. Hey, look at that. Yeah. So you can see her 3D printed. Can't get her in the light very good. Anyway, they printed her out for ZBrush Summit. Where's the best place to follow my work? So I have a ArtStation and this Pixologic channel. This is where I stream every week on Mondays. I was thinking about selling the prints, but I haven't yet. Hold on a second. I gotta find her pose. These are all ready for prints. T-pose, the T-pose. Oh, you know what? Let's see. Here, let me see if I can find it over here. Co-drive. Sorry, one second. I can't remember where I put her. I just barely gave her to Pixologic not too long ago. But my brain is, when I'm streaming, my brain just kind of goes away. Okay. Anyway, I'll find her later. Do it. Okay. Let's get back to this. So yeah, I'll try and find her and show you next stream. And then you can also go to 3dcharacterworkshop.com, and I'm updating that soon. Kind of yellow, kind of a bone yellow. Oh, Chris, I'm not gonna. I probably won't sell the STL. I would just sell the print. Okay. I'll think about it though. Maybe. If it's all decimated, and yeah, we'll see. Because a digital file, people can just share. You know, one person buys it and then just shares it with the world. I'm not a huge fan of that. Whoops. So I usually print on Formlabs printers, or have people print them on Formlabs printers for me. Typically. Turn this on. I'm gonna get one. I want to get a Form 3 very soon, but not quite. I need to make room for it. Maybe Santa will bring me one. Am I gonna animate him? Probably not, but it'd be really fun to animate him. Okay, kind of break that up a little bit. I want to introduce some warbles back into here, so it's not so perfect. It's kind of cool. It's got a little crack in there. And with Sculptress Pro, what's cool about Sculptress Pro is you can add that stuff in there, and it's not gonna, and you're not gonna run out of geometry. Let's crank this up. So, well, I think it's just rotting skin as far as like this salmon color, but this cheesy color, I think this is bone. That's why it's got a crack right here. And right here, just it's like his chin bone showing through. You know, like they do. Oh man. And it kind of wraps around, so I'm getting it to wrap around a little more. Okay. That works. That's enough. Let's see. Let's do another one over here. Now that I actually have Sculptress Pro on and not just moving it around, it should work better. Okay. French blue cheese. All right. Hey, how's it going? We'll start much tato. Fun name. Okay. Let's paint salmon again. Salmon. Do you use substance for Mari to texture, and in DreamWorks or Pixologic, what do they use for lighting? You're new here. So let's see. Yes, I use Substance a little bit. I'm getting used to it. I haven't very much, but I'm actually learning it right now more. I've used it in the past for projects, but just sparingly. I have never used Mari because Mari's more of a film texturing and UDIMs and things like that, and I've not worked in film. I've only worked in games. Thanks, Lewis. And what does Pixar and DreamWorks use for lighting? Most of their stuff is proprietary, meaning they've written it specifically for them. Pixar uses RenderMan, and I'm not sure what DreamWorks. what DreamWorks uses. Okay, I turned off Sculptress Pro because I want to pinch this closed a little bit. See how it just kind of cleans up your line? Really nice. Gets rid of all that chunkiness. There you go. Yay, pinch. Okay. That's what it kind of looks like. Pretty crazy. There you go. I kind of want to, this is kind of indented. I want to puff it out a little bit. Let's puff it out. There we go. Convex versus concave, I think. I know someone learning lighting in Maya with Arnold. Would that be a good base to learn lighting? Yeah, sure. Lighting is lighting. It really doesn't matter what you use. You could use, I mean, you could learn it in cycles if you wanted to. I haven't been a lighting expert myself, so I really can't speak too much on the subject, but yeah, you can essentially just do it. You can do it in Keyshot, or lighting is lighting, so I don't think the software really matters too much. Patchy time lapse? I have not watched that. Is it good? Of course, it's Michael Pavlovich. It's probably great. Okay, control to inflate. I'm gonna actually Come on, where's my direction? There it goes. Well, that's cool. I have not used Houdini either. I've only heard good things. I need this on, that's why. Okay. So many nodes. Yeah. Blender's got a lot of nodes too. So many nodes. Okay, I'm just kind of trying a different approach on this one. Instead of doing it the way I did it this time, I'm just kind of pushing it in. And then I will turn off Sculptress Pro. Do the same thing with the pinch brush. Get it nice and clean. It's kind of hard to get Sculptress Pro clean, but it is possible. Just because of the nature of all the triangles that you're trying to deal with. Hey, what's up, Dan? How's it going, man? Salmon colored skin or flesh or whatever this is. Kind of go right up to the edge there as best as I can. Same with this. With Polypaint, it's painting on the points of the surface, so sometimes it gets pretty jaggedy. Like that. Yeah, I am color picking from the actual drawing, and a tip for that is if you want to color pick from this, you have to have the ring showing. See this ring? You have to push Z or Z to get this to show. Then you hover over the colors and you hold down C. See the color swatch changing colors as I hover over. I'm not clicking, I'm just hovering over different parts of the drawing. And then when I find a color that I want, I just let go of C and that's my color. I can also color pick from the model itself, but I have to have that ring turned off to do it. Smart masking for this painting will be better. It does. Yeah, it's just up to you, whatever way you want to do it. Sometimes smart masking doesn't give you the results you want either. I should turn Sculptress Pro on. So I'm going to go around this with pinch one more time, just to kind of clean it up. So pinch, turn off Sculptress Pro, and then see, watch, when I go around it, it'll just kind of pull everything together, tighten it up. Or you can go like a super high resolution on your Sculptress Pro paintbrush, and it'll give you a pretty sharp edge, but it's going to add a ton of polygons. So that's kind of what I'm doing, is going back and forth between you know, keeping my resolution low enough. Yeah. Yeah, I just honestly I just tend to just do it, you know what I mean? I just like I just know what I want, so I'm gonna do it. by hand. Yeah. See, once you zoom out, it's looking pretty dope. When you get in close, like on this one especially, it gets kind of jaggedy. But I think it's working. I'm just gonna put a pause on doing more of these holes for a minute and get that tongue in there, because that tongue is a lot of fun. Me and Michael are opposites. That's funny. I have a picture with Michael. He came to the ZBrush Summit, and yeah, he talks so fast, and he's all about techniques. He's a very technical artist, and for me, I'm just like, I just use a couple brushes and do it all by hand. And I don't talk nearly as fast as Michael. Okay, so I want to get the tongue in there. Let's turn on symmetry again. I'm gonna drag it out. It's gonna be that dark green for a minute. Yeah, that's funny, Lou. It's true. It's funny because it's true. Let's see. Split to unmask points, and it's funny because even the more traditional artists will take their time to do it even more, like not shortcuts. Like I have a friend, his name's Ryan Peterson. He's a fantastic, like traditional sculptor, like with real clay and stuff like that. And he is really, really good and knows ZBrush just enough that he can do phenomenal things with it. And he hardly knows any shortcuts at all. He just knows a few brushes, and he just kills it inside of ZBrush. He's just so good, and he doesn't do any of the, you know, the magical shortcuts. Okay. So let's see. I'm gonna grab this weird pinkish color. Still, whoops! I gotta grab the tongue. I'm on the tongue here. Okay. Any advice on drawing tablets? Do we need the multi-touch version? No, I kind of steer clear of multi-touch. It's kind of a gimmick for me, because multi-touch would be good if you could spin the model while you're sculpting, you know, kind of like in VR, how you can spin a model while you're painting and sculpting on it. But multi-touch, you're either spinning the model or you're, you know, sculpting on it. So I don't know. It kind of just gets in the way, and it's a lot more money. So I've opted not to get it on my Cintiq. There you go. I have multi-touch and I've never used it once. There you go. That's a good answer. I mean, it's cool in practice, but I mean in not in practice, in like the idea of it seems cool, but in practice it's not. Okay, I turned this. I didn't mean to turn it, so I'm gonna make another one. See how it's kind of off? Let's see. Maybe if I did this. No. Nope. Okay, I gotta pay attention to what I'm doing here. Okay. Bear with me. I'm gonna get rid of this one. I'm gonna use this one. I just want it to be symmetrical and on plane. Hidden. There we go. Better. Yeah, no worries. Hey, Afori, how's it going, man? Yeah, it's been a while. How you doing? Okay, I'm gonna try a Michael Pavlovich trick. I don't know if you'd call it him, but I'm gonna use a modifier, a bend curve modifier, to bend this tongue. Whoops. Okay. Smoothness, axis, like this. Okay. So I want to bend the tongue to be shaped more like this. And I'm not going to do quite what Adam has in his drawing right now, because the way he's made it is it's kind of coming up from the bottom of the mouth instead of down the throat and then out. So his throat, the way I have it, is kind of clear back here. And if you look, I have his throat right in here. So I'm gonna kind of do two things with it. Oh, thanks, Ofori. Okay, so I'm gonna bring it up here. See, with these points, I can like edit it very easily. Okay. So what I want to do is something like this, and then I'll use my move brush and bring the bottom of the tongue to connect it to the bottom of the mouth, but still have it going down his throat. Okay, so after you're done with that, I guess I really didn't do too much with it. Something like that. I want to add a little more curve to it. Okay. Accept it, and then use the move brush. Mortar. Yeah. If you want to surf the web really fast, multi-touch. Okay. And this is sticking way too far out there here. Get it in there. Okay, what? There's no, okay. I didn't have symmetry turned on, so let's fix that. So if I mask off this side, and just go to deformation and hit smart resim, it should not stored. Why? Here, let me just do this. Mirror. Try it again. I think I might have gone too far with it. Yeah, it's not doing it. I'm just going to roll back in history and do it again. Okay. Start from here, turn on symmetry, do it again. Sometimes you just got to do that. Okay. Do something like this, and then I want to Z-remesh it after I pull that geometry down, just to give me some more geometry to work with. Oops, a little too light. Let's go 0.3. Can we have an option to symmetry remains on after using an option in Gizmo, please? I would love that so much. So I don't have to have Neil try and remind me every single time. Okay, I'm gonna grab this and actually like make it be the bottom of his mouth. Looks like an anvil or something. Yeah, do it. I should ask Paul, like, why does it turn it off? Stop it. There we go. sounds like my dog wants out. Oh, line tools? Oh, good luck. Yeah, I don't know. Honestly, I don't know how you could even get that to work inside a ZBrush. I'm sure they could figure it out, but okay. Whoop. Let me grab some this color right here. Oh, really? Oh. I guess I didn't fill it with this color yet. So that's the base color, and then this orange color I wanted to bring in from kind of the gums area. Paint it up in there. So it's kind of a gradient. Then go a little darker. The back of the throat. It's kind of its own ambient occlusion type thing. There we go. Okay, now we have this green up here. I'm just gonna just snake hook it in. Kind of make it have that stringy little bit down the center. You know, that little piece of skin that sticks there. It stays when you lift up your tongue. Tongue dingle. Yeah, that. Okay. Gotta keep it safe. Family safe, right? Okay. Okay. There we go. It'd be fun to do all the the slobber and stuff, but I don't think I'm not gonna sit and do that right now. I don't have time. All right, tongue, where'd you go? Come back. I just want to pull this bottom lip down a little bit to expose more of those, more of the gums. There we go. And this upper lip, the same. Nice. Okay. Just purchased ZBrush 2019 Education License Suite. Get to sculpting, have some fun. It's a lot of fun. Once you get past the learning curve and you realize you can make anything in here, it's so empowering, you know, just like, oh, I can do so many cool things. All right, I'm gonna pull this nose up a bit. Okay, then I like how the inside of the nose also has that salmon color. Turn on some Sculptris Pro and just kind of get in there. Hey Liam, how's it going? It's kind of cool. And then let's add that that nose ring and some of this jewelry. It'll be kind of fun. All right. Honestly, what I hate about ZBrush is that I normally can't blame the problem. Usually when something doesn't work is when it's your own fault. Well, you know, it's all about how much you know the program and how much you can fix your own problems. Because with ZBrush, there's always a way out of whatever problem you create. It's just knowing how to do that, right? So, all right. Okay, so let's make some of this jewelry. Okay. Okay. Easy peasy. I'll just show you how I do it. I'm just gonna grab a cylinder. Go like this. And kind of just turn it. I'm gonna have this be symmetrical. One of them in both ears. Let's see, where are we at? Shoving it through like that, maybe. How would you guys recommend learning ZBrush? Well, that's a leading question because I teach ZBrush in my course. That's my 3D character workshop right here. Yes, you can learn it from YouTube as well. It's just going to take you sifting through all of the videos in a non-linear fashion. But if you're interested in really getting serious, I have an online course, 3D character workshop, and I take you through from start, like brand new first day, all the way to intermediate advanced. So if you're interested in that, you can check it out. Go to 3dcharacterworkshop.com. Link Neil just posted the link to it. Thanks, Neil. Okay, in fact, in my course, I walk Adam Munoa, the guy who drew this. I walk him through his first day in ZBrush, and I recorded it, and it's a 10-part series within the course. So you can watch it, watch how he stumbles through it, and how I'm looking over his shoulder, walking him through how to get a handle on what he's doing and how to create stuff. So yeah, it's a lot of fun. That's all I do for a living now. That's my course online. It's that's what I do full time. So I'm there if you have questions. You can send me an email. You can text me. We have a Discord channel. There are also other students that are fantastic in there that'll help you. So if you're serious about it, that's an option. Okay, I'm gonna go, let's see. Grab this color and fill it. Thanks, Insane Pixel. That's a cool name. Yeah, my course is relatively cheap. So if you're comparing it to like college classes or anything like that, it's way cheaper than that. But if you're comparing it to like a Gumroad course, then it's not cheap. And I take you through how to make game characters and how to 3D print your characters, troubleshooting. And I go live twice a week, every week. So yeah, it's a lot of fun. Thanks, Caitlin. Yeah, Caitlin's one of my students. She learned how to do 3D printing through the course, and she's killing it. Okay. One here. Little one here. Bigger one there. We got a ring. So with the ring, Hey, NLT. Thanks. I apparently I have a ton of my students in here watching. Thanks, everybody. And if you want to see some student work, I have it right on the front of my webpage. So if you're interested. And I have over 1,000 students now. Is that crazy? That's crazy. Like when I first started this, I was like, I'd be happy if I got 100 students. I've been doing it for 2 years, and yeah, it's crazy. And they're all amazing. Okay, I'm going to hide these. Whoops. No, you're all learners, not stalkers, learners. Because if you're watching me, that just means you want to learn more. So that's great. Okay. So I'm going to split hidden. Grandmaster Yoda. That's funny because I actually have a Yoda. You guys want to see him? I'll show you. I'll grab my webcam and show you. Here's my webcam. Okay, I'm going to point it at him. He's down in the corner, not set up yet. Let's turn it on. Ugh. Okay, let's see. See him down there? My little Yoda. Not little, he's actually full size. Full size for Yoda. You can see his feet. Oh, come on. He's on this little plaque. Anyway, Yoda. Yeah, 1-to-1 scale. Yeah, my uncle won him in Vegas. And he just gave him to me, so I have a Yoda. All right. Looks like he's seen things. He is old, and he's made of well, you know, Yoda's old, but this particular model is old. He's had him for a long time, and he's dusty, and he's like anyway, he's made of what's that? What's the stuff? Silicone, I think. What's the stuff you make masks out of? Anyway, it starts to break down, so his ears are starting to break down a little bit. Right. I've seen some stuff. All right, let's see. I kind of want to put a metallic material on these things inside of ZBrush just for fun. So I'm going to go and look for something that would work for that. Do this moss shiny. Matte cap metal. It's a little too dark. That one might work. Okay, let's do that. So I'm gonna grab material. I'm on these, and I just hit fill object with material, and then switch back to skin shade 4. Now he's got these metal bits. Okay. Yoda impression. Yeah, I can't do him very well. Okay, let's do these rings. Now, kind of a fun thing you can do with rings. Since I don't have a ring in my insert multi-mesh brush. By the way, if you want any of these brushes in this user interface, I give it away for free over on my website. And it will also put you on my newsletter, so you'll get any promotions and things like that I do. I rarely send out emails. I need to be better at it. I'm going to be starting an email campaign soon, but I want to eventually send out like 1 email per week, and with some. What I'm trying to do is like some YouTube videos, some helpful YouTube videos that are free, where you can just go watch. And I want to talk about like freelancing and the industry and all that kind of stuff, and what you should put in your portfolio and things like that. That's helpful. That is not particularly in the course right now. So if you want to get on my newsletter and check that stuff out, you're welcome to. Like I said, the brushes come for free, and I also have a video that teaches you how to install the brushes and kind of a light version on how to use them. So if you want to check that out. Anything you want, any of these, basically you draw something out, and then what I want to do is I'm going to split it off. So split to unmasked points, just so it's in its own subtool by itself. Then I can turn on my gizmo, go to this gear, and select ring. And it's going to replace it, but it's going to have the ring be where I drew that insert multi-mesh, which is cool. M. Galvin, how's it going? Oh, thank you so much. Okay. So now what I can do is I can adjust the faces on it. Actually, let's see. I kind of like what it looks like right now. The subdivisions. Okay. I could probably turn down these subdivisions. Maybe like a 16, 17. Wish I could type in a number. There you go. Coverage, that's good. Twist, no twist. Subdivide 8, that's good. Okay. So now that I like where that is, I can just go back to Gizmo 3D, and it puts the gizmo right in the center, and then I can adjust it like this and put it actually going through his ear like this. M. Galvin, no, this is Adam Munoa's concept. He's a friend of mine from Utah. That's where I'm from. Okay, and then draw this quad sphere right here, and then put it in the middle. Something like that. Then RGB on, fill these objects with this color. And there we go. Easy peasy. Now, if I want that in his lip, I can just show the gizmo again, hold down Control, duplicate it, drag it down here, flip it around, scale it up, flip it, scale it. Yeah, he's amazing. Adam's great. Fun to sculpt too. Adam's stuff. Center that. I think I'm only gonna have one ring in his lip, not symmetrical, because that looks kind of silly. So turning off symmetry, I'm gonna hide this, delete it, and there we go. Turn symmetry back on, clear the mask. Good to go. All right, and I could fill it with that material again if I wanted to. Go to that material. Let's see. There's textured metal. Should I use that gray horizon? Yeah, this one. Okay. Fill it. Go back. And change. I always remember to change this back to RGB, because if you stay on material, you're gonna like end up accidentally painting material in there. So just turn on all of the earrings. Let's save this. Before. Okay. The way ZBrush fades when you close it is amazing. Pen, tablet, or cheap display is good enough? Oh, absolutely. Yep, absolutely. Is it necessary to have a Cintiq? No, it's not. So I've talked about this before in my streams, but I don't mind talking about it again, because all of the new people that need to know, you can have any tablet you want, just as long as you have a tablet. Because the only thing I say is don't sculpt with a mouse. Like, don't sculpt with a mouse. And the reason why is because a mouse is an on-off button. There's no in between. And if you get a tablet, you'll have varying degrees of pressure. And when you're sculpting, that is imperative, right? A mouse, sculpting with a mouse is like having a switch in your car instead of a gas pedal, right? Either it's on or it's off. And same with the brake. Either it's on 100% or it's off. There's no varying degrees. Think about how crappy that would be in your car. And that's kind of how crappy that would be when you're sculpting. So just as long as you don't sculpt with a mouse, any tablet's fine. A Cintiq is great. Tablet's great. The only thing a Cintiq will really get you is speed, because it will allow you to not have to make a stroke several times in order to get it right, because there's a one-to-one connection where you're actually drawing right on your sculpt. Whereas if you have a tablet and you're looking at the screen, even with lazy mouse, sometimes you have to draw the stroke 5 times to get it right, like an eyebrow or something that's super specific. So it'll just slow you down a little bit, but it's absolutely fine. Okay, so there's my 2 cents about that. Okay, so I'm going to I want to make this stuff down here really quick. So we're at just past the 1 hour mark on. So this is actually, that's past the 3 hour mark. I've been working on this guy for 3 hours total, but 1 hour today. Yeah, Lulu, that would be kind of fun. If it was sensitive enough to work, that would be good. Okay, so I'm going to start out by creating a sphere. Oh. Okay, so one thing with insert multi-meshes, when you try and draw it out and then hold down shift to snap, it's going to snap to the last known location of the gizmo. So if I show the gizmo, you can see the last place I left it was up here, and see how it's at that angle, that strange angle. So when I go to draw a sphere and then snap it, it's going to snap to that angle. And that's not what I want. So I'm going to hold down Alt and click on this arrows circle to straighten up the gizmo. Now when I go to grab this and hold down shift, it's going to snap it perfectly to the center. Okay. So I'm going to give him kind of this, there's an indication that this beige color is kind of his shirt underneath. Underneath his leather, his spiked leather. So I'm going to make the shirt first, and then I'm going to draw the leather on top. Okay, let's grab this color too and fill it. Turn Sculptris Pro off. Whoop. I need to, it's still part of this this head, so let me break it off of there. Split unmask points, then go down. There we go. Okay. Oh, Grim Reaper, you've seen a lot of people wanting the 3D connection. I don't think that that's ever going to be a thing inside of ZBrush, because the ZBrush viewport is unlike any other viewport of any other software. It's just not, the viewport doesn't work that way. So I don't know that they would ever be able to support it. It'd be nice, but the trade-off is you get to use millions and millions of polygons, because it's not like a true 3D viewport like Maya or something like that. Is tomorrow the release of 2020? I'm not sure. Did they announce it? Yeah? Okay. Sweet. It's version 2020. The year is 2020. Okay, I'm going to just clip curve this while I have it. I usually like to clip it on an angle like this. Okay. Usually they do, Grim. They'll sometimes they'll even release it at the summit. I've seen them do that before. They'll say, "Hey, and we're releasing it today." It just depends on, if it's ready or not. And it just happens to be ready. Okay, I'm trying to save this. What's going on? Huh. Sorry, 1 second. My saving is being weird. It's like frozen up on me. That's not good. I have my Save Z tool window open up over here. Oh, here we go. Okay. I want to replace it. Okay. Sometimes this restream chat thing, it stays up and it will cover everything. It just overwrites everything. So if something's behind it, like a little thing that says, like a little warning, I can't see it because it's being hidden by that chat. So we're good. We're back. Whew. Whew. Okay. It's at a reduced price at the moment if you don't already own it. Oh, awesome. Yes, great time to grab ZBrush if you don't own it already. Plus, they have subscriptions if you don't have a subscription, or if you can't afford the full price. Yeah, subscriptions are great. Okay, I'm going to subdivide this once just to get, because this is the real density of this kind of shirt. And I'm going to be drawing on it, so I want more density. So I'm going to subdivide it once and then delete the lower subdivision levels. There we go. More dense. Okay. So I'm going to use this topology brush to draw these collars and shoulders and stuff like that. So this shoulder is going to look something like this. Just really easy, simple. All right. Okay, actually I'm just going to go a single side first and then split unmasked points. Kind of hidden, but they're in there. I know. You're my density. I mean, my destiny. That's what he says. Always, every time, without fail. Let's go snake hook. Pull this up off the shoulder. So if you guys didn't see when they announced ZBrush 2020, they announced the Zizu stuff, the mannequins, and they're gonna release with 100 of them, and they commissioned me to do them all. So I made 100 animal mannequins for you guys, and they ship for free with the next ZBrush. So totally happy to have done that. A lot of fun. I can show you some of them if you'd like to see them. Yeah, it's fun because it gives you an easy base to start with. Say say you had a freelance job and there's like, we need some pelicans or whatever. I don't even know if I did pelicans, but um, if if you have a job and you're just like, I don't want to sit and model out a, you know, insert animal here, you can open up the mannequins and start from that, and then just go to town. Here, let me save it once and I'll show you a few if you want to see them. Yes. Okay, so let's go, not here. I'm just going to load up a handful of them. Actually, let me reset this. So I want to get some of these Kate tools out of here. Double click on this. Okay, so let me load a couple. Did you make a monkey? I did make a monkey and an ape. Let's see. So here's everything I made. A to Z. So here they all are. Like all the way to, oh, I guess not. I don't have a zebra, because a zebra is essentially kind of like a horse with stripes, so you wouldn't know because they're just made of Z-spheres. So so let's see. This turkey's fun. Show you the turkey. Come on, turn that off. There you go. I can turn off this and turn off this. So there's a turkey. So you can start with that and just kind of go to town. So basically what you do is you hit A and it goes to this, and then you could just do like you can just start editing on it. Like you can grab this fill. Let's see. Where's clay? Yeah, like this clay buildup. See that? You can just start sculpting on it. So I made a bunch of these. Like there's a gorilla. Some of them I couldn't really do much with because it's like making animals out of tubes, right? I mean, I can do these ear things, but there's not a lot I can do with these. So I did the best I could with what I had to work with. Here's a fennec fox. I did some insects too. I think the elk is my favorite. He turned out pretty good. There's like, oh, the fly. So like insects, I made a fly. You can start with this fly. You could pose it. They're really easy to pose. Oh, Jacob or Jorge, it's been a long time. Well, welcome. How long did it take you to complete the holes? You know, I don't know. An elk is not an insect. It's not. Oh yeah, I got a squirrel. The squirrel's pretty good. I like how it turned out. I gave him a Z-sphere to hold on to. He's like chewing on it. Here's a squirrel. I did that with an otter as well. He's holding on to something. Playing in the water like this. I did a few fish. The fish turned out okay. Like I said, you're kind of working with tubes and fins. So this is like a goldfish. So the very last object on the chain will not show the last Z-sphere on the chain. What I mean by that is if I were to select this, whoops, you can see the Z-sphere right here. It's not showing that Z-sphere. So, yeah, Jorge, I made the whole thing. So, you have these Z-spheres that are hidden because it'll only show the last mesh there. So I was able to do some fins and stuff like that without, because if it showed the last Z-sphere, it would look like that, and it would be kind of not attractive. You don't have Z-spheres on the ends of all your fins, so that's kind of nice. So Lulu, I did a whole broadcast on how to build these mannequins, and you can find that. I'll show you where to find it. You can watch it back. So if you go to ZBrush Live, that's what we're watching right now. You go to ZBrush Live, this very first link, and then you go to presenters right here on the top. And then there's me, top left, and click on past broadcasts and schedule. And you can also go to YouTube and do a search for me and or Pixelogic and find it. But right here, sculpting stylized characters, number 98. This one right here, I went over exactly how to build these mannequins and how to, you know, make them yourself. So it's pretty cool. It's pretty fun. Anyway, and this is the first episode of the guy I'm working on right now. So you can go check that out. Okay, I'll show you a couple more and then we can get back to it. Is there any you'd like to see? Like Brontosaurus. I did a couple dinosaurs. This one's okay. Like the T-Rex is better. T-Rex. His mouth didn't really work out that well, but once you get this base mesh and you make it like this, then you can start sculpting on it and like make it into make it better, you know what I mean? But you already have kind of the proportions and stuff worked out, which is, it's kind of good. This greyhound turned out okay. I made some dog breeds, different dog breeds. Like I made my beagle. I have a beagle. So I made her. Yeah, build some mannequins. Also, I do have a penguin. Also, if you want to adjust any of these, like after you load them up, you can easily start from one and then adjust them. So like I'm on move right now, but it rotates the leg, and you can grab one of these spheres. Sorry, let me grab. If you hold down Alt when you grab one of the spheres, it moves the entire chain. If you grab, if you just grab one of these bones in the middle without pushing anything, you can see you can kind of pose it in sort of an IK way. It's not a perfect IK. As you can see, the toes are twisting and being kind of weird, but it kind of does an IK thing. So you can pose your creatures or animals pretty easily by moving up and down the things and, you know, moving the tail. You can also rotate like this. Each of these segments is a rotation segment. So let me see. Let's pull up my penguin. Penguin. There he is. It's like neat, neat, neat. Me, 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 me. He's kind of more of a baby penguin. Let's see. Gazelle, humpback whale, kangaroo. I think the koala is okay. Yeah, koala. So I have him in these neutral poses, so you can pose them how you want and turn his head and make him hanging on to something or eating something before you hit A to turn him into a usable mesh. So you can pose them first. So, hey, what's up, Baymax? What was the most difficult one to make? Probably the praying mantis. Let's see. Praying mantis, where are you? Oh, I think I just called it mantis. That's why. This one was pretty involved. But it turned out pretty good. I made a wasp, I think. That's kind of, it started from from that one. That one's pretty involved. I do have a platypus, but it didn't turn out the best because I'm kind of limited on what I can do with the front and the back. So he's got kind of this weird bill with it in this tail, you know. So he kind of looks more like a fishing lure than a platypus. I even have a possum. Yeah, I do. Here's that one turned out okay. Kind of looks like a rat, but that's kind of what possums look like. Longer feet. And so you could easily hang him upside down and, you know, make him more of like a possum. The goat's kind of funny. Yeah. And I did a ram. The ram is cool because I gave him kind of fluffier, like that. So he's got the curly horns and he's kind of fluffier. Yeah, Goat Simulator. Gazelle, greyhound. The hippo was kind of hard. Horned owl turned out okay. More like the penguin. He just kind of looks like a baby horned owl, kind of cute. And the goose is pretty good. I like all the feathers, how the feathers worked out. But see how it's like the blobby spheres really make him like blobby. So you'd have to kind of turn this and sculpt him out, you know, like fix this stuff. And you can Dynamesh the whole thing and just kind of smooth it all out to make it look more goose-ish. I haven't thought of a seahorse? Oh. Seahorse, where are you? Bunk. There you go, seahorse. And a gecko. Yep, A, B, C, D, E, G, gecko. Gecko. So the gecko should be more flat, you know? So it's kind of hard to do a gecko with tubes. But I tried to make his, you know, how the geckos have those sticky fingers. Yeah, kind of make it like that. Is there any stylized humans? More. So the humans already come with right now. You can go get them right now. And if you look in Mannequin, you can see them. And the reason I didn't do an elephant or a rhino or a giraffe or a frog is because they're already in here. So you won't see those in my list, but they'll be added to. So stylized human. This one's kind of fun. I think Ryan Kingsland did a handful of these. And yeah, there's like a 8-head female. Ryan Kingsland did this one for sure. So, and you can replace these pieces with like spheres and stuff like that. And you can replace these with hands. Anyway, it's just kind of a good start. And what's cool is you can make a whole scene with these. So see this? Somebody's made this whole entire scene blocking out with just mannequins. So if you want to like test your character poses and things like that, you can. And I know that SK, he's another streamer on here. He uses these mannequins to build out his pinups, his anime pinups. So he'll start with a mannequin and get a pose, and then pose his females to match. Let's see. So yeah, there's a handful that you can check out already. And the reason Pixelogic asked me to do these is because they're pretty powerful and not a lot of people use them. So they just wanted to kind of put them more in the limelight and say, hey, look, remember we have these mannequins. You should be using them more because they're quite powerful. So let me go back to projects and load in my scene, and then I'll show you. Yeah, I have a couple spiders, and they turned out okay. Let's see. So I have a tarantula. Tarantula, where are you? There we go. That one turned out okay. And then there's Black Widow. Black Widow. It's got skinnier legs and Yeah, more creepy. He uses his own custom ones that he gives away for free. Oh, thanks for bringing that up. Yes, that's true. Yeah, if there's any other ones you want to see. I even did a hornworm caterpillar. I don't know. That's me running out of ideas. A hummingbird. That one turned out okay. Hummingbird. Yeah, wait till they remember Shadowbox. What did I make them for? I made them for, they're gonna ship with the next version of ZBrush 2020. So yeah, Pixelogic commissioned me to do all these. It's just to help everybody have a start, like a block out, like a mesh. You can come in here and pose, and you just hit A and then just start sculpting on it. I did not do a griffin. You stumped me, finally stumped me. No, I didn't do a griffin. I did an English bulldog. The chipmunk. Jorge, oh, that's funny. I wish, right? But you know, made out of mannequin Z spheres. That, yeah, I could say it's whoever I want. Kangaroo turned out pretty good. I should have made a pouch with a baby one in it. Yeah. Anyway, there's all the farm animals. There's all the animals you'd find at, like, say, Yellowstone National Park. There's, you know, some. Well, this here's a monkey. Those kind of monkeys with the big old eyeballs. Pterosaur monkeys. Is that what they're called? Yeah. And then just a monkey. There's, like, I think it's a spider monkey. There you go. Spider monkey. Why are you sad, Turbo? Big wild cats. Yeah, I have a tiger, but you know, with the limited things, it didn't turn out it could have turned out better. The cat turned out good, like just a house cat. This is a tiger. It's just, yeah, you can kind of see it, but it would take some work to make it look good. I'll show you a cat. I think the cat's more effective. Turned out okay. Oh, Scarlett Johansson. Sorry. Cock a mouse? I don't even know what that is. I have a mouse. There's a little mouse. Think. Kind of looks like the possum, I guess. A little different. Yeah, I figured the cat would be used a lot, so I wanted to spend some time on it. And some of the dogs, like, oh, I made a red panda rattlesnake. Yeah, rattlesnake. Yeah. Anyway, there's a handful. There's 100. I did 100. Even a sea lion. There you go, sea lion. So anyway, fun times. All right, let's go back. Here, let me reset this. Get back to our. Are these accessible somewhere? They will be tomorrow. So they ship with ZBrush 2020 that supposedly comes out tomorrow. So they'll ship with it, and you can get them all. There's 100 of them. Okay, I keep saying that because that's a lot. Okay, whoops. I need to go to Twitch. Z Tools. Uh-oh. Where did I save? I don't think I saved. Must have saved it in regular Z tools. Yeah, there it is. Okay. Jeez. Crap, I lost it. The before and after. Johanna, yeah, you are welcome. I hope I got them close enough for you to use. I have like a mule deer and a duck, and yeah, there's stuff like that in there. The birds are kind of hard, so I tried to do an eagle. It was okay. There's a parrot. So some of those you can. I didn't do any with spread wings, but you probably could. You'd probably pull one off, but you get some sleep. Have a great day. Okay, thanks, Jacob. Starting next week, I won't be able to watch your stream since I'll have my first job. Yay! Jobs are good. Jobs pay the money, or pay the money. Jobs make the money to eat the foods and buy the homes. Okay. There we go. Still got that there. Let's get back to the collar making. Okay, we have the shoulder. Let's do the collar. Oh, your laptop's getting fixed in time? Awesome. Yeah, I'm really anxious to see what people do with them, because I think without too much effort, you can pose them in different ways to make wildlife scenes and stuff like that, you know, without crying too much. Hey, what's up, Paul? Just want to thank you so much for your workshop, as without it, I would still be afraid of ZBrush. Now I'm creating realistic characters and having the courage to apply for an internship with Rare. Wish me luck. Good luck, Paul. Awesome. Well, thank you so much. And it's my pleasure. I love success stories more than anything. And I wasn't, honestly, when I first made the course, I was just like, yeah, I'm just going to teach people how I do what I do. And I wasn't really thinking about what people would do with the information and where they would go with it, you know. And now it's been a few years, and people are starting to get jobs in the industry, and it's just it's crazy. It's crazy to me. Moldy Yoda. I don't say he's moldy. Hey, what's up, Renault? How's it going, man? Oh, I'm just sculpting a crazy zombie. How you doing, man? All right, let's split unmask points. Oh, thanks so much. This guy's been fun. He's been a lot of fun. I started him before Halloween. I just need to get him finished. Got a big old chunky paycheck today. 2.5 months of my old job. For like 2 weeks of work. Oh, man. That's good. Getting paid is a good thing. All right, let's see. Yep, this is kind of a gray. Kind of hard to see. Oh, man. Let's see. So I'll let you say it, Neil. As I always say, what do I say about white and black, Neil? He loves to quote me on this one. Some days it feels like 80% of the freelance life is chasing invoices. Oh man. There it is. Don't ever use 100% white or 100% black. It's true. Especially with game engines. So with game engines, and Renault can attest to this, right? Game engines will have clipping and they'll have blowout. So with blacks, usually the darkest you want to go with a dark color is about 80% black. So if I pull this up, you want to be in about this area right here with black, because your game engine will clip it and push it to black anyway. So you don't want to be solid black, because then it doesn't show shadows. It doesn't show. It just kind of makes it almost like a silhouette where you can't see anything. So you still want to be able to see your forms and your shapes and things like that. So you want to just go down into the 80% of darkness. And as far as well, yeah, Darth Vader disagrees. Well, the Darth Vader that we made for Disney Infinity is not 100% black. But and with white, if you go 100% white, you're going to get blooming and blowouts, and it's going to actually creates this ridge around the edge of the white where it starts to where it's not getting blown out by the lights. You've probably seen this in photography, where if a light gets too bright, say on someone's head or something, it'll just turn 100% white and kind of just blow out and not look very good. And so with whites, you kind of want to keep in the same like 10 or 20% range, like in here. So it's kind of that opposite. So it's about in here. You don't want to bring it all the way up into here. I mean, you can come down into here, just give it a little bit of color, but don't go to 100% white. Okay. So let's give this some dynamic subdivision levels. It's kind of hard to see because my background isn't 100% dark or light either. So what I can do with that is I can just take it a little bit lighter. If you ever want to change your background color in ZBrush of your what it's called a canvas in ZBrush instead of a viewport. If you ever want to change the color of your canvas, just change your color to whatever you want your canvas color to be, then go to document and then click on the word back right here, and it'll change it. So now you can see that you can see these better. And you can even put an image back there if you want to. I usually don't, because then it does weird stuff with clipping, but it still works pretty good. Okay. It's like Sergeant. Let's grab this. It's buried in here. I need to pull it out. This collar, and I need to shape it a little bit better. And the reason why I go single-sided objects is because it's just much easier to edit. Do you have some time to finish your Keanu Cyberpunk? Chris, I haven't yet. I need to, but I haven't. It's been crazy with moving to my new house. If you were to see behind me, I still have tons and tons and tons of boxes. So I'll actually show you. I got tons of boxes. Oh, come here, webcam. Here, I'll show you. Let's see all that crap. I'm still trying to make my make my office workable. Oh man. Okay, let's turn off transparency, and then I want this collar to fold over on the inside on itself near his neck, so it looks like it's part of a leather outfit. Zofo. Yeah, that's actually there's like 5 guitars back there. But that little red one was that's a 3/4 size for my kids. Yeah, I don't have cats. I have a dog. We're not a cat fam. But you're right. If I did have some, that's where they would be. Okay, I'm going to turn off the creasing of this. Uncrease all, and then I'm going to use the Z modeler. Insert an edge right here and right here. And then I just want to curl this edge under. So with Z modeler, what you can do is cool is you can use transpose, edge loop partial, and then click on this edge, and what it'll do is it's going to mask everything off that's not that edge, which is nice. And then I can grab my gizmo here and then drag this down the inside. Let's go. I'll put it to the center like this because I want to do some scaling things. So, oh man, who's gonna? That's funny. Get the band back together. You know what? I have all those guitars and I can't really play guitar very well. I'm still learning. I play Polygon to take over. The only thing I can really play is harmonica. It sounds silly, but it's true. Haven't seen Polygon on Twitch. Oh, he's been visiting schools, I think. Whoops. Come on, go back to move. I'm not sure. There we go. Yeah, so that's how you get kind of that curved collar look. And it's pretty steep in the back, so I want to drag that piece up. I still need to finish my collaboration with Polygon. We started a character together, and we did model swaps. So I started a character and he started one, and then we swapped them, and then we both worked on each other's, and now we want to swap them back. And we wanted to do it in 2 parts, but it ended up being 3 parts. So I want to finish that someday. Need to bug him about it. We've just kind of both been busy. Insert another edge right here, and then just kind of smooth it. Oops. Clumsy Cloud, I'm doing great, thank you. Oh, thanks, Neil. Yeah, that's where we traded them. Part 2. Okay, I think I do want to insert right here and right here. Okay, and then let's slide this one down just to kind of even these out. Just gonna smooth these down. I wish I could smooth the edge as well, but it doesn't let me do that. What do I work on and what do I use? So I like the program I use. This is ZBrush, and you're watching the Pixelogic live stream. Pixelogic is the makers of ZBrush, and that's what I'm using. That's the program that you're watching. And what do I work on? In the past, I've worked on Disney Infinity, and I did a skin for Overwatch. I used to work at Incognito. They're the makers of Twisted Metal. And I run, right now, I run an online course to teach this stuff. And it's called the 3D Character Workshop. You can see it right above me right here. And that's what I do full time now. And I'm working on a punk zombie made by my friend Adam Munoa. Just for fun. Did that answer your question? now let's squeeze it up around his neck. So the workshop is all online, 100%. So I have a lot of students in different countries, all over actually. Thanks, Neil. So that's the website you can go to check it out. And I teach how to make game characters and how to do 3D printing like this. How to prep your model for 3D printing. And we use mostly ZBrush, what I'm using now. And then I use some other programs to do retopology and UVs and baking and stuff like that. Is there an age range? Nope. I have students anywhere from 15 all the way up to 75, I believe. I don't know the ages of everyone in my course, but yeah, it covers a very, very broad range. And I think I almost have more females in there than males now, which is awesome. Because for the longest time, there was a huge lack of females in this industry. So I'm really happy to see females learning it and doing it. Am I doing half off? No. But I am going to be running a promotion for Black Friday for sure. Yeah, so if you get on my newsletter, like by downloading my free brushes, just be watching out for that promotion. I'll be doing one. Jedi mind trick. Okay, let's do this last piece here. You know what? I think I'm going to do this differently. I don't want triangles here. So I'm going to start over. So it's, I don't ever mention the price on my stream because my price can change. And if somebody watches this video back later on and they see me say one thing when it's actually another. So the best way to find out how much it costs, which I can tell you it's average for the industry as far as online courses go. It's much, much, much cheaper than a college course, but it's more expensive than a Gumroad course. So it's about in that area. So if you just go to, if you go to 3dcharacterworkshop.com and then you click on Shane's workshop right here, this is the sales page. And if you watch this video, I tell you all about it, everything you need to know, just right here in this video. And what you'll learn, here's some student work, and then what you get, all that stuff. So you can go check out and find out everything you need to know just by going there. Thank you so much for asking. Jorge, so a lot of people just want to do this for a hobby. They don't necessarily want to make this a career or anything like that. So there are a lot of people that do like play D&D and stuff like that, and they just want to make their own characters. They want to print their own things. They want to make their own collectibles. Some of them are like they want to make, let's say they want to make like say illustration or a caricature of their grandkids or something like that. That's completely plausible. you know. So yeah, everybody has their own wants and needs. It's not necessarily a career path for everybody. There are a lot of hobbyists in there as well. Okay. So I'm just going to click on this and then go split unmask points and then edit it. And we're just about done. So I wanted to get some of these spikes happening, but it doesn't look like it's going to happen. What are you saying? I need to add the split between the teeth and on the tongue? What are you talking about? There's still a lot I need to do, but oh, like the split down the center of the tongue? Nano mesh for the spikes. Maybe. That's not a bad idea. Not a bad idea. Okay. Does anybody know of services that 3D print models and ship them for you? So there's Shapeways. They do that. There are usually local services in your area that will do it depending on where you're from. Then if you just know somebody with a printer. There's actually a service that looks for people with 3D printers. I'm trying to remember the name of it. Maybe you guys can remember, but like people with printers can sign up and offer their printing services locally, and then it's kind of like it's a service that hooks you up with people that have printers and yeah, that kind of thing. So I wish I could remember the name of it. Okay. So yeah, I'm about to wrap this up, but I'm not sure I'm gonna do the hair here in ZBrush, but here we'll just really quickly. He's got a mohawk, so just gonna really quickly do this. So basically, how the FiberMesh works is it will grow hair wherever there's a mask. So I'll put this mask on there. Would you make a custom mug just for you and take a coffee tea with that? Yeah, do it, man. You could totally do that. And yes, I would. It's not a bad idea. Okay. But with a coffee cup, you'd have to make it out of something you could drink out of. So you couldn't necessarily print out of plastic and then drink coffee out of that. You know, you'd have to make a mold and actually make it work from that. So, okay. Let me save this before I do some hair. Go to Twitch. Okay. Boom. All right. Because I'm at my mark, but I want to mess with this FiberMesh for a second. And what you can do is you can go to open this up and go to FiberMesh, not filters, fibers. And there's a whole bunch in here already that you can pick from to start with. So you kind of want to choose one that's sort of close. Maybe this one. Film strips. That's going to be weird. It might crash. That's why I saved it. Oh, I might have to do let's do a preview. Okay. There it is. Then you can just start messing with the parameters on it. So what I was thinking about is, well, I might do the FiberMesh in here and try it. But there's other software like shaving a haircut in Maya or like the hair in Blender, because I might end up rendering it out in cycles, but I'm not sure. I'm still trying to decide. But you can click on any of these and it will kind of give you a preview. That's pretty wild. These are awesome. Whoa. It's like the Michael Jackson version, creepy version. These are awesome. Curly. I already tried that one. Whoa, it's like grass. Wave. Yeah, they kind of work, right? Even that one, it's like short wavy, ivy. Bear. This is bear hair. This one's pretty good if it was longer. So these are just starts. So essentially what I can do is I can start with this and then edit it, right? So basically I could start messing with the modifiers. So you can see here the base is kind of this light color, this yellow, and the tip is like this color. So basically I would go change this tip color to more like something like this, and the base to something more like this. Yeah, Plants vs. Zombies. And then so length, this is where you crank the length up right here. And then let's see, go even more. That's so funny. Yep, future haircut. How long do you want your hair? There's also clumps. You can clump it together, but it doesn't quite make clumps like this. So basically what you could do with if you want to make spiky clumps like this, what I would do is I would go in here and I would make polygroups, one for each spike, and then I would grow the hair out of each polygroup. That way it's more manageable when you do the FiberMesh, and you can then comb it that way. I can reduce the coverage, reduce max fibers, and then you can also you can turn up the thickness of each hair. Try it. Yeah, you can scale the root, scale the tip. Let's do a 1 on the tip. 1, a 5. Can't remember what slimness does. Let's see. And then gravity, you can turn, if you turn gravity down, it'll stand up more. Or you turn up gravity and it'll hang more. Okay, and then you don't really know what it's going to look like until you render it out. All right, Ikaruga, thanks, man. And then, yeah, you can hit BPR and just kind of see what it will look like. So this is what it looks like rendered. It's actually getting pretty close. And then when you like it, that's when you can you freeze it and actually use it as real geometry. And you can also send this, if you have Keyshot, you can send this to Keyshot, and Keyshot will render out fibers as well. So I'm going to turn his head like this and hide this, and we're going to render it out. Shadows are way too dark. So let's go render BPR shadows. Turn the global strength down to like 0.25. Try that. There we go. Not so harsh of shadows. Okay, so anyway, that's kind of the first hair pass. That'll work. for now. So yeah, and I don't know if it's available for 2019. I'm not sure, but all right, guys, thank you so much for hanging out with me today. Really, really appreciate it. It was a good time. And I will see you next Monday. So I'm going back to streaming on every single Monday if I can help it. I took a break for a while and went every other Monday, but now I'm back to my regular schedule of every single Monday. So, and like I said, if you're interested in learning how to do this stuff for real, you can check out 3dcharacterworkshop.com. If you're interested in getting these brushes and this user interface, I give them away for free. Also on 3dcharacterworkshop.com, you can check those out. It'll put you on my newsletter, and I will be doing a promotion for Black Friday coming up soon. So be on my newsletter and be on the lookout for that. So anyway, thanks everybody so much for hanging out with me today, and we will catch you next Monday. All right. Cheers. Have a wonderful week, you guys. We'll see you next week. Bye.